Good morning. DOWASCO continues the restoration of the water supply to all communities in Dominica. All our 44 water systems were affected by Maria, and the damages were as follows: intake structures, supply pipelines, distribution pipelines, watersheds, loss of forest covering, changes of the river course, excess of siltation, boulders, debris, landslides, riverbank erosion, and more. The present ongoing restoration works are temporary, meaning that we are still on immediate emergency relief works. The Build Back Better will take place with the overall new project designs and implementation. In the emergency relief works to provide potable water supply, we were assisted by the government of Dominica and many international agencies, such as UNICEF, WASH Network, PAHO, Samaritan's Purse, Caritas, UNDP, USAID, Regional Water Utilities, CAWASA, CWWA, CARFA, and others. The assistance are trucking water to the communities in need, providing and installation of filtration plants and collapsible bladders, as well as storage tanks, and technical assistance. Now let me provide an update of the water situation in Dominica. For the critical areas in which we were not able to full restore water since September, I will call first the water area 1, Miro, Castaways Development and Cuba Road. Description of the damage was more in terms of our electrical pumping system. 100% water coverage is expected today, December 1st, 2017. We have 2 pump stations in the area, one to supply water to the upper part of Castaways Development and the other to the upper part of Cuba Road at Miro. A mobile generator was deployed to supply water to these areas on November 24th, 2017. This mobile generator is being shared between these 2 communities, Castaways Development and Cuba Road. And at present, we are pumping water to Castaways Development. Meanwhile, we are still carrying out pipeline repairs on the distribution network. Second area, continue, Coliho. We suffered damage to the intake, supply, and distribution networks were affected. And I'm very happy to say that right now we achieved 100% water coverage at Coliho on November 30th, 2017 by constructing access road, intake reconstruction, supply, and distribution pipeline repairs. Next, water area, Colibistri, Monrachet. We suffered damage to the intake, supply, and distribution pipelines. The lower section of Colibistri has water, but the volume of water supplied is still being investigated. And we are expecting that at least by the 10th of December, to be able to supply water from Portsmouth water system, meaning that we have some sections of that network from Portsmouth that still need to be backfilled and repaired before we can supply the volume of water required for Colibistri and Monrachet. Meanwhile, we have a filtration plant installed at Colibistri, and we are continuing with daily trucking the water to the communities of Monrachet and Colibistri. Next community, Dublin Bioche. We had some damage to the distribution network, and as now, the water is restored from Portsmouth water system since November 9, 2017, and Bioche and upper areas, the water was restored from November 17, 2017, supplied by, from the Portsmouth water system. Good Hope, Petit Soufre, Mopo, Chuanto, Dipa. We suffered damage to the intake at Saint-Sauveur. Supply and distribution networks were affected. In all the areas that I called, Good Hope, Petit Soufre, Mopo, Chuanto, Dipa, we supply water via pumping. We already completed our electrical rewiring work since November 18, 2017. We installed 3 collapsible bladders on November 29, 2017, that we can truck water to fill the bladders and supply water to the community. Meanwhile, DOWASCO is pursuing the purchase of generators which will occur will arrive in Dominica before December 22nd, 2017, and therefore we'll be able to pump water to these communities and have a very consistent supply of water. Bellevue Shopping, we have loss of intake, supply pipeline, access road were compromised, and is an area that we have as well the electrical pumping system. At present, access road was cleared. We start the rehabilitation of the intake on November 24th, 2017, and we are expecting to receive and install the generators by December 15. As such, we continue to truck water to that area and carrying out the works. We are committed to supply the water at least before December 31st, 2017. Girardel, Eggleston, Reigate, Upper Castle Comfort, Pierce, that is located in the upper part of Kings Hill. We suffered intake damaged, the basin very silted, supply pipeline was washed away, and further damaged, our armored cable in the area were compromised. At present, the access road reconstruction is completed. Supply pipeline replacement started on November 23rd. And DOWASCO is at present pursuing to bring the electrical cables and the splicing kits required by air freight to Dominica to minimize shipment delivery time. We are expecting full water coverage by December 22nd, 2017. WANA. We have in WANA the electrical pump system, in which I'm pleased to inform our residents in WANA that on November 30th, 2017, we achieved the deployment of 1 generator that will be stationary and solely dedicated for pumping water to WANA community. I'm saying that because we had another generator in the area, but we have to deploy to other parts of Dominica in order to assist with the efforts to supply water. But as now, we are expecting to start the pumping of water to WANA community today, and we will have a more consistent water supply. Trafalgar, Shafford, Foncany, intake was damaged. Supply line near intake as well, we lost the supply pipeline, damage to the intake, loss of distribution pipelines as well. The water service was restored to Trafalgar on November 15, 2017. At Foncany, we had to install 1,600 feet of pipeline and bypass a series of landslides. The water supply was restored in Foncani on November 26 and 27, and Shafford, the water supply was restored on November 25, 2017. We are still works on the second intake that is located at Waterhaven, and the schedule for completion of these works are December 20th, 2017. With the completion of these works, we'll be able to full supply other communities such as Coptol and as well Waterhaven. Waterhaven has water from another source, but originally we supplied Waterhaven from this source that is now under repairs. Bagatelle, Font-Saint-Jean, Fab, we has loss of intake, loss of supply pipeline. Rehabilitation of the intake and pipelines were completed. The water was restored on November 10th to Bagatelle and Font-Saint-Jean and Fab on November 13, 2017. And so we have 100% water coverage in that area. Benz, Dodan, description of damage, all of them are similar. Damage to access road, supply pipeline, and intakes. Access road rehabilitation was completed. Supply pipeline repairs 98% completed. The water will be restored on December 1st, 2017. And you expect the full restoration by December 3rd, 2017. The reason I said we are expecting still full restoration because when we supply the water, we'll have to continue pipeline repairs on the distribution network, sometimes for the next 2 days, 3 days, until we completed the repairs on the entire distribution network. Peybush, Mopac, Thibault, Born, Dodan, include areas of Terplat, Belmanier. We completed the works at the access road. On November 30th, 2017, we start a new project to lay 3,500 feet of 6-inch Dr. Iron pipes on support. We are expecting the full water coverage by December 25th, 2017. Meanwhile, all these areas that I called that I still without water, we continue to truck water daily. Wesley, Woodford Hill, Marigot, we completed the rehabilitation of the access road. On November 17, 2017, we start the works in terms of access road, supply pipeline works, clearing, and we are expecting the full water coverage to the communities of Wesley, Woodford Hill, and Marigot by December 24th, 2017. At present, Marigot has water, and we are supplying Marigot community from another water system that is located at Crapo Hall that we call North End Water System. Delis Boitica. DOWASCO is working in coordination with Dominica in order to solve a problem in terms of the step-down transformer to enable installation of a generator that we can supply water to these communities. Ongoing, we have the works at the intake in terms of rehabilitation of the supply pipeline from the intake to the storage tank. The water service is expected to be restored by December 20th, 2017. Next area that is a small community, Tobino, Gomier. Before we supply that community with water from the Veicas water system, and is a electrical pumping system as well. As such, we are making provisions to have a generator installed in order to enable us to supply water to Tobino Gomier community at least by December 10th, 2017. I would like to take this opportunity to express our sincere thanks to the public, our customers, water users, for the patience and understanding on the challenges that the DOWASCO is facing at this point of time. To our staff, the Board of DOWASCO management, for the level of dedication, commitment, efforts, long, hard working hours to supply the country with potable water. And of course, we would like to extend thanks to our Ministry of Housing, Lands and Water Resource Management for the support. Thank you.